Hi friends, this is Juani and welcome to Juani's house. Today's Weight Watcher Wednesday is actually a meal that took me about 30 minutes to make, and it was the oven roasted salmon with a honey sriracha glaze, and it was amazing. So most of the items I think you may already have in your pantry, and I have some soy sauce, some honey. I bought some salmon from Aldi's. Now these are Meyer lemons. They look like oranges and they have the juice of an orange, but it's actually a lemon. Some garlic powder, crushed peppers, black peppers, salt, and my Tony Chiteri seasoning. You know I have to have that. So the first thing I did, because I am cooking this salmon from frozen, so I rinsed off my salmon and I'm placing them in my pan here. And in this pack that you get from Aldi's, you get 4 pieces of salmon, and they're really great size portions. So it's great for portion control. On the Weight Watchers Freestyle program, this is 0 points. So in my little bowl here, I'm gonna add, this is about a tablespoon that I'm using, but I'm just eyeing it. I put in my paprika, some red pepper flakes, some black pepper, my salt, as well as my Tony Chiteri seasoning. And I did not put a lot of salt in there because I use the Tony Chiteri, and I use 1 heaping tablespoon of the garlic powder, and I just mix it all together. Now this is my dry rub here, and I am going to generously sprinkle it all over this salmon. Now once I get it on the front, I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on the back. Now this was the perfect portion of this seasoning because I had very little left, and so I just rub it in. And now we're gonna get ready to slice the onion. This is a small onion, so I just use maybe a third of the onion, and I am going to slice it lengthwise. So I want to keep my rings intact, and that is going to help. It looks really pretty on top of your salmon, but it also give our lemon something to adhere to. So this is my olive oil, and I'm just going to drizzle a small amount of the olive oil onto the salmon, and I'm rubbing it in on both front and back. Now that is all the olive oil we're using. I would probably say it's about a tablespoon and a half. Now see, all of our rings are still together. We're going to separate them and place them over the salmon. Now, if you don't have regular lemons, if you don't have Meyer's lemons, you can use regular lemons, but I'm using the Meyer lemons because Aldi's had them, and these lemons are so juicy. So I'm gonna cut my lemons into rings, and the same thing, I'm gonna place them on top of the onions on top of our salmon. Now this is what it looks like, and we're going to add like a half a cup of water and put aluminum foil over it, and we're going to put it into a 350-degree oven. Now paired with this, I cut up some sweet potatoes, and they're just in really thick chunks, but I cut them so that they can be even and it will cook fast. And on here I am sprinkling a little bit of salt. I'm going to add in some pepper, and this is some nutmeg, and I'm also going to add in cinnamon. Just sprinkle that all over the potatoes, and then we will massage them into the potatoes. Now these are roasted sweet potatoes, and so guys, when these cooked in the oven, they smelled amazing. I sprinkled a little bit of olive oil on it, and I massaged it into the potatoes as I stated. Now we're getting ready to create our reduction here, and so I am using these Meyer oranges, and I just cut them in half. I'm just squeeze them in my juicer, and if you don't have that, surely you can squeeze them in your hand. This is about 2 tablespoons of honey that I'm reducing into the lemon juice, and a teaspoon or so of soy sauce, and about a tablespoon of sriracha. Now this reduction is sweet, and it's very sweet and savory, but it has some heat to it. So if you don't like a lot of heat, watch the amount of sriracha that you put in here. But we like a little bit of heat in our food. And you see it cooked down to this really nice reduction. And here is our final plated meal. I paired this also with some garlic sauteed string beans, and I'm just gonna drizzle this reduction over the salmon. Guys, it was amazing. It was very good, and I know this is something that you would like too. The salmon was 0 points. The reduction came up down to 1 point. Our sweet potatoes was 3 points, and the string beans was 0. So this is a 4-point meal. I'm full, Mr. B's full, and we have leftovers for tomorrow. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. As always, I love to see your comments below. And as I always say, whenever you're in town, you can always stop by Juani's house. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.